We're here. We outside. National Unity Conference. We are back. We are back. Got a lot of new followers today. Everybody liked my video about stupid people. Okay. All right, we back. What up, Robert? All right, we back. We back. National Unity Conference, the nuke. What up, Brooks? What up, Dorian? Welcome back to the nuke. National Unity Conference. National Unity Conference. We here. Man, I actually got something to eat before I got on here. I'm kind of hungry. And they got this little hot dog in the corner talking about a food truck frenzy. What y'all talking about a food truck frenzy? Is that for y'all to give me food? That's just going to make me more hungry. I ain't doing that. Food truck frenzy. What's up? Welcome. Come on in. We're going to get started at the top of the hour. National Unity Conference. We are talking about our post-capitalism economy. You guys might not know it, but it's already taking place. If you are still worried about capitalism, you are behind the ball. The new economy is already here, and it's been here. And it's actually really cool once you realize it. It's really empowering once you realize it. So that's what we're doing tonight. We'll start at the top of the hour. We're going to talk about our post-capitalism society and our pro-human society. Welcome, everybody new. Welcome, first-timers. We're going to get started at the top of the hour. Guys. It's getting real tonight. I got a legal pad. I actually wrote it down. There's no freestyle tonight. We getting good now. This thing's getting official now. I be stepping out of my car. Man. What's up? Come on in. Welcome. We'll get started at the top of the hour. National Unity Conference. National Unity. We do these every night at 7 p.m. We won't be here tomorrow night. It's my daughter's birthday, so we won't be here tomorrow night. Make sure y'all say hi when you come in. I love hearing me talk too. You like chocolate? I like chocolate too, bro. That's cool. Make sure y'all say hi when you come in. Make sure y'all say something. I love hearing myself talk too, but it's cool if I can interact with people. We're going to get started at the top of the hour. National Unity Conference. Very excited to have everybody here. Welcome all my new followers. Welcome. I might go back in the car. Welcome. Make sure y'all say hi when you come in. We're going to get started at the top of the hour. National Unity Conference. We're talking about our post-capitalism society. I didn't know my chair was that far back. How's everybody doing tonight? Say hi when you come in. See, I know you're here. Hit the like button. All that fun streamer stuff. I guess I'm a streamer now. I guess I stream every day. Does that make me a streamer? Is that what streamers do? We make you guys smash that like button? Y'all gotta help me out, man. I'm new. Say hi, man. Welcome. 1 more minute. We're going to get started at the top of the hour for our National Unity Conference tonight. I'm very excited about tonight. We had a great conversation last night. We do these every night. Super excited to be here, be with you guys. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. If you can't stay for the whole thing, we do a recap. I do a recap every morning. So if you got to dip out at any time, feel free. But we're going to have a really good conversation tonight. I'm very excited. Very, very, very excited. Come on in. Welcome to all my new subs. Welcome to all my new followers. You get followers on here, right? Welcome to all my new followers. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to get started here in about a minute. National Unity Conference. Welcome to the Nuke. Let me get some water. All right. It's 7. You have an ice cold beer in the left hand? I would too if I was in the house. What's up, Angie? What's up? Welcome everybody to the National Unity Conference. Hit the heart. We are now here. It is 7 p.m. on the West Coast. Hit the heart. We are now going to start our National Unity Conference. Welcome everybody to the Nuke. Welcome to the Nuke. Everybody's worried about what's going on outside. Everybody's worried about what's going on with Iran. Guys, if we actually unify, we become the most powerful force in the world. Welcome to the Nuke. This is the National Unity Conference, okay? Quick recap for you guys who don't know me. My name is Gabe the Great. This is obviously my page. You guys see my name. Many of you, probably all of you, except if you start following me today, came in contact with me. I've been reading my manifesto. Online. And this is our National Unity Conference. I wrote a pro-human manifesto for the goal of we are here to build a pro-human society. And eventually we are going to write a new constitution. That is what we are here to do. We are here to build a society that works for our children. Okay. Right now, we have decided we cannot live like this. Whatever the people in power are doing, it is not working for us, the people. Okay. So we are coming together. Like I said, eventually, as this gets bigger, I do want to bring people up from opposite sides. We actually unify. We actually get behind these principles. But right now, I want to help everybody with our principles and our mindset going through this, okay? We've done a few of these. I'm going to put this up here on the regular stand so I don't have to hold it for a second. But we've done a few of these. We've talked about the male loneliness epidemic. We've talked about, we guys use that for you. Okay, that's cool. We've talked about, the male loneliness epidemic. Last night, we talked about community is law. That was a really great conversation. Last night, we talked about this idea of community is law. And the idea behind community is law is that we do not learn how to be moral people by observing the law. We do not learn how to be moral people by what is written in laws. And the biggest flaw of our Constitution is it's overly focused on law, right? The executive branch enforces the law, the legislative branch writes the law, and the judicial branch interprets the law. It's all about law. But morality does not come from law. The main purpose of law is to control. Okay, so last night we talked about community is law. You learn how to be moral from your community. And in that way, we need to localize our issues in the United States of America. The reason why there's everything is at odds is because both of our political parties just want power for the sake of power. They're not really fighting for anything except for power. And so whatever gets them power, they're going to say both sides, right? I probably shouldn't do this again, huh? Both sides are doing it. And so what we understand is that, listen, man, if an American in Tennessee has a vastly different American experience than an American in New Mexico, than an American in South Dakota, than an American in Florida, than an American in Oregon. And so no one leader is going to be able to get all of our specific policies that we want. What we need is have a country that is united around a set of principles, rights and responsibilities. Okay. This is what it means to be an American. That's what we're going to do with our new Constitution. We're going to we're not just going to talk about rights. We're going to talk about rights and responsibilities To be an American, these are the values you got to uphold. And they're going to be pro-human, okay? That means they got to work for the Christian, they got to work for the Muslim, they got to work for the black person, they got to work for the white person, the rich person, the poor person, the person who is super intelligent, the person who's not that intelligent. It's got to work for the person who's nonverbal, the person who doesn't stop talking. We got to build what are the principles that make us human? What are the rights and responsibilities we got to have to each other, okay? So these are things we've been talking about. Tonight, though, we are going to talk about what I call, the other thing we talked about, this is important, we talked about covenantal law. So in this new America, in this new country we are reimagining with this new constitution, the government is nothing more than a small subsection of people that we vote for to uphold our values and rights. And so in that way, it becomes a covenant. The law becomes a covenant between the people and the government. The law is not just words on paper. The law becomes a contract between those who serve in government and the rest of us. And so in that way, we call this covenantal law. And in covenantal law, the idea is every generation we renew that covenant. So it keeps us focused on our children. It keeps us focused forward, because right now we are in the year 2025 debating about what originalism in 1776. Guys, I'm a black man. You will never get me to care about what a bunch of dead white supremacists thought about the law. I am uninterested in it. And most of you guys are too, right? I know what they wanted. They wanted landowning white males over 21 to be the only people with rights. Anything else you're trying to convince me is outside of their words, okay? It is right there in the Constitution. And so we don't want a Constitution that's constantly dragging us back and dragging us back. We want a Constitution that keeps up with our culture. So the basis of that, as we talked about, is covenantal law. This idea that the law is a covenant between the people and the government. It's not just words on the paper. So we, the people, have a right to hold the government accountable, right? We flip this idea of that, because right now in America, it's so hard to hold the government accountable. They're protected by so much immunity. You can't do anything if you can't afford a lawyer. It is impossible to hold our government accountable. And that's how they designed it. They designed it that way. They sell us a dream. They sell us a lie. They sell us democracy. They sell us all these slogans on their campaign. But when you practically try to hold the government accountable, bad things happen. I speak from experience. You guys know here who's been following me. I'm currently suing my daughter's school district for $564 million, right? I did that. They retaliated against me. They took custody of my kids. I lost my house. Right? So I'm not talking about something that is hypothetical. I'm talking about something I'm currently living. I am currently living, trying to hold the government accountable, the government retaliating against me, and seeing the law at work and how, man, you can't hold the government accountable. So we are going to establish something new where it's like, no, we the people have a right to hold the government accountable. We need to hold the government accountable, because if we don't, this is what happens. We have a country that doesn't work for anybody. We have a country that looks goofy on the world stage. We have a country that is falling apart where everybody hates each other. America can't move forward if the right hates the left and the left hates the right. It's not possible. Okay? So we want to reestablish that type of accountability. Now, tonight, with that intro, let's talk about what I call the covenant economy, okay? So the covenant economy, guys, I got notes tonight, man. We getting professional. We getting professional, bro. I'm telling you, soon I'm going to have a podium. Oh, man, it's going to get real. Okay, the covenant economy. And I want to talk about a post-capitalistic society, okay? A post-capitalistic society, not a anti-capitalistic society. Okay, and I want to talk about that. Why do we want a post-capitalistic society and not an anti-capitalistic society? Well, one, this assumes that the only alternatives are the ones that your oppressors have already given, right? So one of the issues that we have against the reason why we are not looking at capitalism the right way is because all critiques of capitalism come from assuming that capitalism is already in place. But remember what I said in my manifesto, the Overman's Manifesto. And if you don't have a copy, you can get a copy of it. Mercy for Maya, my link in the bio. Okay. But remember what I said in the manifesto. It is the selves, the people at the top that dictate meaning, law, economies, government, and religion for everybody else. We, at no point in your life have you had a seat at the table to write the law and say, this is what we're going to do. Okay. So one of our problems with capitalism, we will rage against capitalism. It's evil. It's wrong. It's da-da-da. You're partly right. You're right. But the reason why it's evil is because evil people came up with it. People who are not pro-human people. People who want to consume for the sake of consumption. People who are hollow and empty inside and they don't know how to self-actualize. So because they don't know how to self-actualize, they got to consume everything around them. And so when we critique capitalism, we got to understand, if me and you had a seat at the table, at minimum, we would do capitalism different, right? At minimum. If they gave any of us a seat at the table right now, we would, everybody, it don't matter what side of the aisle you're on, you would do things differently, right? So it's not that, oh, systems are inherently evil. I talk about this same thing with AI. The fear of AI is really the fear of humanity itself, because you're so afraid that the robot is going to figure out something about us and then it's going to turn on us when we created it. Like, I'm a father. Do you know how horrible of a parent you got to be for your child to turn on you? And I'm not saying it's possible. It's not possible. You guys know I don't have the greatest relationship with my parents, but you got to be a pretty bad parent for something to turn on you. And like I always said, just unplug the machine. Like, it's a machine. What is it going to do? Unplug it. Pour water on it. We're good to go. But capitalism is this system that was made by and kept intact. It's not just made by. It's kept intact by very weak people. People who need to constantly consume. It's never enough. This is why you look at Elon Musk. This guy is the richest person who ever existed in human history, and he can't stay sober. Why, bro? Why? There's nothing you can't do. Anything your mind can imagine, you can go do. But capitalism is a system that forces you to look outside of yourself. Capitalism is a system that forces you to hoard, right? But if we accept that, okay, it's the people at the top that created the system, and if we just get different people at the top, at minimum, they would do capitalism different. And if nothing else, if we get some type of what they talk about, ethical capitalism, whatever, which I don't know is completely true, but at minimum, if we can get the brakes on, if we can do something different, at minimum, we can start to think about something after capitalism. You guys still with me? Now, what we got to understand is me and you want a new system, but we got to start thinking about, what is the system? I asked somebody today, bro, give me the address for the system and I'll pull up. Give me the address for the system. Where's the system at? Everyone talks about the system. The system's right here, guys. The system is the software that's in your brain. The system is the software that tells you you can't do this. That's not allowable. That's the system. The system is how your consciousness is engaging with your economy. Your consciousness is engaging with the external world. That's the system. The system is what is the agreed belief that we embed in every part of society, so much so that you don't even have to think about it. That's the system. And so when we start talking about changing the system, understand every single one of us has all the power to change the system, right? I can change the system right now by engaging with it differently. This system won't have the same effects of me. This is why you're seeing a lot of people, their act of rebelling is going off grid. They're going off grid and they're living in the forest, or they're doing minimal social media, or they're going back to flip phones, right? That's them dismantling the system, right? No, it doesn't help everybody, but it's one of these things where it's like, hey, if we all can get through our heads, we are an integral part of the system. oh man, we got way more power here. And we don't have to wait for the politicians. We don't have to wait for the billionaires to see our side. We can just start behaving differently, okay? So one of the things that we got to think about is what was before capitalism? Well, for thousands of years, all across cultures, all across the world, we had what was called reciprocity economies. Reciprocity economies. Okay? And these are systems that were built on trust, relationship, and shared survival. I've actually reposted a great video where they talk about the barter system is mostly a myth. And it's a myth created by capitalism to make capitalism seen as great as it is. We never really bartered. We had reciprocity, right? It wasn't about extracting value. It was about recognizing value, right? So we exchange because, hey, you do something for me. I feel obligated because I'm doing this for the sake of the tribe. We are connected. There was a spirituality to existence, right? I keep telling people, it's not that we just need a political revolution. We need a political and spiritual revolution. The United States of America is hollow spiritually, and capitalism has a lot to do with that. Our economy has a lot to do with why we are so hollow spiritually, right? We're all looking just for scripts to follow. Give me a script. Give me a script. Give me a God that will give me a script. When spirituality, as I talk about in my manifesto, that's how you dance with the unknown. Religion is meant to guide you through the unknown. It's meant to give you something to stand on as you navigate uncertainty, as you end up in different parts. Yeah. And I go in my manifesto about Christianity in America. It's a huge thing. It's a huge thing. And it's really stripped the spirituality out of living, okay? So the first thing I want to talk about, and we've already talked about, is we want to take what works and evolve what doesn't. Okay? So this is why I call it post-capitalism. It's not anti-capitalism, because let's be honest, there's aspects of capitalism we all love. There's aspects of capitalism we all enjoy. So everyone who rages against capitalism is like, okay, well, you got to literally figure out a new way for all of us to live. Like it's embedded in everything we do, even right now. Like TikTok operates underneath capitalism, right? So it's not enough to be angry about capitalism like you're not doing anything. We talked about this last night. If you care about something, actualize it. It's not enough for us to get on here and be mad about capitalism, right? That's when you actually start doing things and start trying to help, right? The chance to choose, for example, that's capitalism. The chance to choose, for sure, product or competition, for sure, right? I definitely do not want to take away competition. I want to incentivize more competition, actually, right? But when you actually start you actually start doing things, you start understanding, like, wait a second. Yes, I might have been gassed up in the beginning to end capitalism, but it's not going to be that black and white. We got to start looking inside of capitalism and see what works and evolve what doesn't, okay? So again, spiritually speaking, capitalism runs on the idea of scarcity, right? There's not enough, so I got to compete, I got to hoard. It is perpetual dissatisfaction. It's never enough. Capitalism assumes perpetual profit. You always got to you always got to get profit. You always got to get profit. Even when you've reached all your goals, even when your product is exactly the way you want it and you love it and everything's great, you got to keep going. You got to keep going. Why? Because at the top of the top, it's nothing but sharks, right? Or you could lose tomorrow. Exactly. You gotta keep going. So it's this perpetual dissatisfaction. So spiritually speaking, capitalism is set up because you're always wanting more and more and more, but you're trying to get more of material, right? For the sake of the spiritual. And so when we talk about reciprocity runs on abundance and relationships, right? It runs on being connected. I'm connected to you. When you thrive, I thrive. Right? I tell people this all the time. We talked about this last night. Fam, my contribution to feminism is raising 3 black daughters. I'm not doing nothing else for feminism. So what I want is, if you love feminism and you are like, I want you to take feminism as far as you can possibly take it, because I got my mission of my own. My contribution is what I'm contributing, but I want you to go and be the best feminist, or be the best artist, be the best preacher, be the best whatever, because when you thrive, I thrive. We're connected, right? That's reciprocity. So it's money is now a share of energy. It's not something I got to hoard to survive. It's shared energy. I give money to the baker because if the baker can go, get the best food and create the best recipes, it's better for me, right? So the reciprocity, it thrives on these ideas, right? I said it earlier. Value isn't extracted. In capitalism, you got to extract value. You got to take from people, right? You got to take people, you got to hoard it so they can give you more. In a reciprocity economy, the value is recognized. Now, here's the cool thing that a lot of you guys, okay, you guys ready? I'm about to, if you've been paying attention, a flip is about to switch, and it's going to be really cool. It's going to be really cool, okay? Watch this. Here's what people don't understand about the reciprocity economy. We're already in it. We're already in the reciprocity economy, even underneath socialism or underneath capitalism. What do I mean? TikTok creators, YouTube creators, Twitch streamers, right? Patreon, Ko-fi, even OnlyFans, GoFundMe, Substacks, right? There are no products in these. There's no factories in these, right? The people you're supporting, they're not extracting value from you. It's the exact opposite. They give value to you, and then you support them. You support their lifestyle, right? That we're already in the reciprocity economy. We've already figured out naturally, right? If you look at streamers, right? Yeah, we're deploying the hands that feed us. It's crazy, right? But we're already at this state of, like, I used to look at streamers, because apparently I'm a streamer now, right? But like Twitch streamers, I used to be like, man, that's crazy. You're telling me these kids can just be on a computer for hours all day and make hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars, right? And I took it back to my childhood, where it's like I wasn't even allowed to be on the computer for more like an hour a day. Now teenagers are spending hours at a time, and they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars. At first, you want to be jealous. Capitalism wants you to be jealous of that. Capitalism wants you to find a problem with that. But then you go, wait a second. Is that not the greatest thing ever? You're telling me I can sit in front of my phone, do what I love, and people will find value in my existence. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you understand the way capitalism makes all of us feel worthless and horrible, like we're always failing? But we've already figured out underneath capitalism, no. The value is in the connection. The value is in the relationship. This is what we're seeing with Twitch. This is what we're seeing with Patreon, with Ko-fi, with even things like OnlyFans, right? So the biggest ones. And that's the issue of capitalism, right? The biggest ones are making tons of money, right? And no, it's not about everyone becoming a streamer. You're missing the point. You're missing the point. It's not about everybody becoming a streamer. It's about changing the system. This is a different dynamic. Streaming is not, I'm going to go create a product. I'm going to go control the means of production, right? This isn't I control the means of production and then force y'all to work for me. This is I come online and exist. I come online and I be my authentic self. And you see creator after creator after creator, when they make it, they tell you be your authentic self. But this is not about everyone needs to be a streamer, everyone needs to be a YouTuber. It's about, guys, we have a blueprint. Underneath capitalism, we have a blueprint for a reciprocity economy. How can we take that now over to food? How do we take this idea of, yo, if there's a great restaurant in our city, how do we make sure that they stay in business. What do we do? What do we do? How do we create something that you just have the best food in town? So how do we figure out that your existence is necessary for us? Remember, I keep telling you guys, all these things work together. Getting away from the news that forces you to focus on a bunch of issues you can't control. Taking up a local hobby for yourself that takes time to do. All these things are going to slowly start helping the wheels start turning in your head and going, wait a second. We have the solution in front of us. It's there. That's what capitalism tells us. You just said, Chad said, if it's the best, then people will support it. That's capitalism. But we know that that's not true, because what we also know in capitalism, at the end of the day, is about controlling the means of production. And this is why the best of us don't make it. This is why the best of us, it takes a very long time. So one of the things that I talk about with this is that we need to start being more conscious in how we engage. So when people spend hours on the computer but also get involved, no. Barley, let me slow down, right? It's not you do all of these things. These are different things for every single person to try. You take what's going on with streaming. You don't just, okay, if people are making money streaming, I'm gonna go stream. No. You take a step back. I talk about this in my manifesto. Can I look at what's happening with streaming? This idea of, what the value is not, I've been told my whole life that I need to go create a product, or that I need to go get a degree, or that I need to go do this. Capitalism has taught me these are all the ways that I got to go make something of myself, but I'm seeing something different now. I'm seeing something in the world where even underneath capitalism, people are existing and people are building support. People are building, wait a second, right? Streaming solves no problem. It's just entertainment. Right? Yeah, and that's what capitalism tells you. You need to solve a problem. You need to do this. Streaming doesn't solve a problem, right? Necessarily. Same thing with your favorite YouTube creator, TikTok creator, OnlyFans, all these things, right? And so now that we're seeing, it's because streaming didn't exist. What I'm telling us is that no. It's not the blueprint. It's the blueprint for something else. Yes, you're thinking too big. Right. You are underneath somebody else's platform. That's the point. But the point is, even underneath their platform that was meant for you to not do what's happening, right? Because remember, capitalism has no soul. When we make these ethical claims on capitalism don't have no morals. Capitalism is doing whatever it wants to for profit. So what I'm trying to help people to go is stop attacking capitalism like it has morals. Capitalism is going to do whatever makes the most money. What I'm trying to help people to see is we can use that against capitalism. Streaming gets us an idea. The Patreon, the Ko-fi model, the subscriber model, this subscription, not necessarily the subscription model, but the idea of like, wait, humans, that's a lie, that humans find subscription model, but the idea of like, wait, humans, that's a lie, that humans find value in connection. Human finds value in, if I give value, something comes back. Now, here's why I think this is really, really messing people up. Here's why I think, and I thought about this. One of the things that capitalism, white supremacy, and religion has taught us is that our good, noble heroes must be lowly. They taught us that hardcore. And to not give me, just follow and be around. Yeah, and that's fine too. That may be enough for you, Neva. That may be what your reciprocity is. Your reciprocity doesn't always have to be money. And that's the other thing. I love that you shared that, because that's something we need to know. Reciprocity ain't always money. Eventually, we don't want money to be in the way of basic necessities anyway. So if we can discover like, there's other ways we can get value out of life. Because remember, capitalism has taken the best parts of life and putting it behind a paywall. If we can figure out how to get those parts back, even underneath capitalism, going back to what I said in the beginning, if we get somebody at the top who is just like, now that we've seen over the wall a little bit, let's reverse engineer. Let's use power. But a lot of the things we're attacking with capitalism is we're attacking power with power we don't have, right? So when you don't have power, you got to start looking inside things and trying to figure it out, right? Yeah. They don't need to make a TikTok. Okay, but going back to my point, one of the things that capitalism, religion has taught us is that our heroes, the best of us, need to do it for free and need to be able to, be lowly or whatever. And let's be honest, particularly in America, a lot of our noble leaders, spiritual leaders, they are grifters. They are charlatans. And it's pretty sad and disgusting. But one of the things that we are going to have to accept in this reciprocity system, because it's a spiritual system, is how do you reciprocate that energy back to your spiritual leaders? I told you guys that the reason why I started the National Unity Conference is because I know that I can speak well. I know that if I get time to put something together and you give me 45 minutes and a crowd, I can move the crowd. A lot of you guys, again, follow me from just me reading my manifesto in this car. I started it because in my head, I was like, man, if I can just get in front of Madison Square Garden, I could change the world. If I could just get a crowd as big as Madison Square Garden, I could change the world. And obviously it may seem like a big dream or whatever, and it is still a dream of mine and whatnot, but it's one of these things where I go, it's very hard for somebody like me who is trying to do real spiritual work, because underneath capitalism, which I'm trying to spiritually change the nation. Like, this isn't about, and it's not about religion, it's not about, this or that. Because what I've often talked about on here is, it's not that we all need to stand for the same thing. It's that we all need to stand for something. And if we're all standing for something, none of us are bending a knee, right? But one of the things I talked about is that these type systems don't respond to anything but consequence. They don't respond to they don't respond to threats. They have no morals. They don't care about nothing that we care about. Back in these religions. And so one of the things that I talked about is, like, I've always said, like, man, if I ever got all the money in the world, like if I ever got like an Elon Musk type money, bro, the first thing I would do is just fund every single activist, every single grassroots, because I just know there are millions of people all around the world like me who see the problem, who want to fix the problem, but they are living underneath a system that actively makes sure that they can't fix the problem, that they can't change the world for the better. And so one of the things that we got to start engaging with is, when we find leaders, myself or other people, how do we flow things to them so that they can be supported, right? We've talked about yesterday where our leaders have got to become moral mirrors, right? They've got to become moral mirrors for the people that they lead. Our politicians are not our moral mirrors. In some ways they are. We're a pretty messed up nation, right? But in other ways they're not. They don't represent our values. They don't represent the morals of the average person, right? If you want the best people to lead us, if you want the best people to be at the front, if you want the people to dismantle capitalism, the fact of the matter is, we can't do that with poverty. And in this system, we've got to learn to reciprocate those of us who are helping us spiritually, those of us who are helping us grow, those of us who are helping us build, because capitalism has taught us these type of people should do it for free. And if they're not doing it for free, something's wrong with them. And to be honest, we have too many examples in our society. I talk about this in the manifesto. We have so many examples. We have such a toxic history with false prophets, with toxic leadership, with bad hierarchy, that anytime somebody says that they want something, people are trying to tear them down, because we just flinch at the sight of ambition. But it's one of these things where I go, man, the people who make the most impact needs to be funded, right? They need to be funded. We need to redistribute the money, because you got to think about it like this. Underneath the system that we have, either through your taxes, mostly through your taxes, part of your money is already going to your destruction anyway. Part of your dollars are already going, the work, the labor you put in, part of that is already being used to oppress you. If you are not conscious about the other dollars you use, we're never going to fight the system. We're never going to be able to beat the system. So what I'm calling people is, like I say, people, support me. I have a pay what you want Ko-fi. I put it at $2 and go reciprocate. Whatever value I give to you, give it back to me, because that's how we create the relationship, right? Whatever value you feel I'm giving you, give it back. And because leaders need to know, if I step up, people are going to support me. They're not just going to be like, go Gabe, you go into the fire, go save us, go stick your neck out, right? It's the reason why in the black community, we haven't got a lot of black leaders, because they assassinate us and then nothing comes from that. And people are like, yo, no, people don't want to stick their neck out. So when you have a good leader, whether me, somebody else, you got to go support them. And it's not about doing more. It's about redistributing where you already have. Like for me, I'm thinking right now, I have a Netflix account and a Hulu account. How can I cancel one of these or both of these and just take that money? Let's say they both around $20. I think they're actually more than that now. But that's $40. Okay, I can give 10 a month to this person, 10 a month to this person, 10 a month to that person, 10 a month to that person. It don't affect my bank account any more than it did, but I'm consciously making sure my dollars are going to the people that are lifting me up, the people that are helping me grow educationally, spiritually. That's what we got to do. And when those people mess up, or when those people no longer are being who they are, I stop giving. One of the ways that cults, religion, really get people caught into this trap is, once they get into their religion, they dumb them down. And so people give their money not out of reciprocity. People are giving their money out of guilt. People are giving their money out of hope. People are giving their money out of fear. That is how spirituality capitalizes off of us today, right? That is how the spiritual grift, the religious grift, the Christian grift works. They don't do things off reciprocity. They do things off guilt, shame, and fear. But people who come in, if they're giving you value, you need to, without them going, hey, support me, do this, gift it. You need to go, hey, I'm going to support this person. This person provides value. Maybe it's one time, maybe it's ongoing, but that's reciprocity. Reciprocity, a lot of what I'm talking about with us, with these National Unity Nights, and we're going to wrap it up here, wrap up this portion. If you guys want to sit and chat for a little bit, we can. But one of the things to kind of bring this home is, I'm trying to help you guys understand that the revolution, the algorithm is not going to give us the revolution. What's going to give us the resolution is our own personal action. Each of us making individual decisions, right? That is what's going to get us. Because again, we want a diverse nation. We want a diverse nation. We don't want everybody to be the same. That's what white supremacy teaches us. That's what capitalism teaches us, right? This is why none of our art moves us anymore. This is why none of our music leads us to anything anymore. This is why someone drops an album and people are barely selling. One, because y'all manipulated the metrics in the beginning. Right? Y'all, they manipulated the music metrics in the beginning. Stop telling me 1,500 streams is one sale. No, it's not, bro. Y'all manipulated the metrics so that y'all can make more money. So now none of the artists are incentivized to create real art, because I'm going to be stuck in a trap. And so a lot of what we got to do is going to be personal work. A lot of what we got to do is not going to be this, oh, let's go. Because again, y'all know my critiques with the protests. I'm happy it's morale. I'm happy it's community. Did anybody capitalize? If we didn't capitalize, guys, why are we excited? And so I'm trying to help people to see it's not going to be in the rah, 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 rah. No, it's going to be in the No, I'm going to support the people who lift me up. I'm going to make a conscious decision to redistribute my money. I'm no longer going to give my money to things that do not serve me. They're already taking my taxes. There's already a portion of my paycheck going to my oppression. That's already happening. A portion of my money is already going to my oppression. So everything I get has got to be to provide me with something. So if I meet a person online, if I meet like again, even when I engage with people, I don't just hit the like. If I like yours, I'm going to go on your page. I'm going to try to watch 2-3 more videos. I don't follow a lot of people, not because I'm trying to appear snooty, but because I understand that if I just follow anybody, the algorithm's going to feed me BS. It's going to feed me bullshit. I can't just follow anybody. I got to make sure that the people I do follow know I support them. I boost their algorithm. When I can support them financially, I support them financially. Nobody is telling me to do that. Nobody's requiring me to do that. That's who we got to become. We all got to become that. That's got to be part of what we do. We got to start seeing our money as a transfer of energy into parts of the community that I want. I want this part of the community lifted up, so I'm going to make sure a portion of my dollars go there. And I'm not going to wait till I'm rich. I'm not going to wait till I got it. No, I can cancel a subscription. I can borrow my homie's Netflix account, right? I can do whatever. I can cancel this or I just redistribute money, okay? So that's what I want to talk about tonight. Covenant economy. Covenant economy is a two-way street, right? Capitalism gives you a script and just say, do this. And it just puts your brain on autopilot. Covenant economy is a reciprocal relationship between the person providing value and the consumer recognizing the value. It's not, I'm going to extract value, put it in a product, and control the means of production. No. It's, I'm going to go out into the world, provide value, and the world's going to give it back to me. And it's a faith thing, guys. I could have easily sold my manifesto, right? It's a 102 page document, 60,000 words. I could have easily sold it. But if you've downloaded my manifesto, which is in the link in the description, mercyformaya.com, you'll know on the opening page, I said, this is my infinity project. This is, it's not about money, but if we want to bring this thing to fruition and go up against them, eventually we got to support it. But my idea behind that was, I'm not going to sell this on the faith that this is so good that the community is going to support me. The community is going to, because the community, I'm going to provide. I believe in the human spirit so much that if I provide value to humanity, I believe that humanity will take care of me. That's the attitude we got to have. That's the spirit we got to have underneath capitalism, right? Because that's the spirit of streaming. That's the spirit of YouTubing. That's the spirit of TikToking. That's the spirit of setting up a Patreon, a OnlyFans, a Ko-fi, whatever. I believe in humanity so much, and I believe that I can provide so much value to humanity that if I just put it out there free, I don't put it behind a paywall, right? That humanity will take care of me. But what always ends up happening, the greed of capitalism gets us. And then we start shoving merch. And then we start doing this. And before you know it, that person that you once followed, that person that you once supported, you don't even recognize who they are anymore. We see this with creator after creator after creator. Okay? But the covenant economy is different. The covenant economy is reciprocal. Okay? Boom. That's all I got tonight. That's all I got tonight. Unless you guys want to yap for a little bit. I put up a video today about how you gotta talk to stupid people and accepting that people are stupid. It had like, I think it was approaching 5,000 views before I came on here. So I'm gonna start doing those hard pills to swallow, and I'm gonna start doing revolutionary acts of resistance now that I finished my manifesto. So the one that I'm gonna do either right after I get off here or tomorrow, the revolutionary act of resistance, I'll give it to you guys today, is go commit to something that's going to take you at least 6 months to complete. That's your act of revolution today. That's your act of resistance. Your act of resistance for the day. Go commit to something that's going to take you. You're welcome, Amanda. Thank you so much for coming by. Go commit to something that's going to require you some time to finish, right? Join my fan club. Oh, as I got a fan club. See, I don't even know what these things are. Amanda became my fan club. That's cute. Thank you for the gift. So, what was I saying? Forgot what I was saying. Forgot what I said. What was I saying? Oh, active resistance for today. Hard pill to swallow. Yeah. Start something that may take you 6 months. So that the reason why that is an act of resistance, the reason why I started committing to something is an act of resistance is because we need to get our minds back. We need to get our reality back. I'm on here because I'm just like, bro, like I don't care if you're the richest man in the world. I don't care if you got power. I don't care. Like, this reality is not working for me. It's not whatever my government's doing, it's just not working for me. Right? And so my act of resistance is like, I'm unplugging for what y'all got to do. Because remember, their power comes from us. These are hollow people, right? These are people who can't self-actualize without oppression. So when you just stop giving them energy and go, I'm going to just go build something. I'm going to go come. It could be a puzzle, right? It don't even have to be anything like super revolutionary. It's just that I'm taking my life back. This thing, yeah, I got to go to a job that I don't want to deal with, and I got to go deal with people I'm here. I'm here. But this thing right here, this puzzle I'm going to work on, this piece of art I'm going to work on, this salsa class that I'm going to do every Wednesday, this whatever. Go commit to something that's going to take you a while to complete. The reason why you also want something that's going to take you a while to complete is because we suck at delayed gratification in America. I say we because I suffer from it too. If you ask me, I should have been the biggest person on TikTok a week ago, right? Like, we all got that delayed gratification. And so you want to go do something that's going to take you a little bit because you need to see that, hey, things that mean something take time. Capitalism has taught us, hey, if you just put money behind it, if you got this, if you got that, it'll work out. And it comes to find out, nigga, they all cheating. They all cheated. The game was rigged for them. They're just feeding us stories. And so you got to go get your life back. So that's your act of resistance. Go commit to something that's going to take you a while to complete. And you're going to start getting your life back. I think it's the most likes I got on a video. That's cool. I like doing these, man. Not going to be here tomorrow night. Tomorrow, my daughter's 11th birthday. Can you guys believe I have an 11-year-old? How old do you guys think I look? Okay, let's play that. Let's guess my age. I don't think you guys are going to guess my age. I kind of gave it away because I got an 11-year-old. But how old do you guys think I am? 26? Nope. Did I say it, Chaz? I might have said, yeah, I'm 35. I'm 35. I get 26. I get 24 through 27 a lot, especially after I get a haircut. But I'm 35. I actually turned 36 on the 29th. So on the 29th, no National Unity Conference. I'm going to be lit. I'm about to say so I can sell. This is cool, Chaz. Yeah, so June 29th, that's my birthday. No National Unity Conference. But I may come online and we may yap. I may yap with you guys on my birthday. This is real. This is becoming a real community for me. And I think that's cool. I think that's really cool that we can use technology to build real community, to talk about real change. As this gets bigger, you look the same from way back when. Wait, who is this? Who's Waisos? I look the same from way back when. Do we know each other? Lisa. Lisa, which Lisa? I'm gonna go on your profile after this, and I'll probably know exactly who you are. I can't. Lisa. It's funny because I was scrolling on my phone today and I saw Lisa too. That's so funny you said that. Yeah. 29th of birthday. Oh, from the ICC. Okay. Oh, okay. Yes, I know exactly who you are now, Lisa. Did you used to have glasses? You had glasses, right? I know exactly who you are now, Lisa. No, wait, you didn't have glasses. Did you? CSUN, Cal State Northridge. Yes. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Hey, Lisa. Good to hear from you. Yeah, I haven't aged. I haven't aged in a decade. Yeah, I haven't aged in a whole decade. It's kind of cool. But my oldest turns 11 tomorrow. That's crazy. My oldest is turning 11. Yep. Dulce be on here every night. I was talking to Dulce earlier today. Yeah, Dulce be on here too. But yeah, man, I got an 11-year-old, man. I got an 11-year-old, a 9-year-old, and a 3-year-old. The 3-year-old was raising hell today. But yeah, man. My kid, I think my kids are the coolest things in the world, man. I don't know. I bet every parent feels that. I hope every parent feels that, man. But I just think my kids are so cool. I love watching my kids grow up. It's like the coolest thing in the world to me. Like, I genuinely don't need all the money in the world. Like, as long as I got a solid relationship with my girls, like, I'm really good. Like, I'm really cool. I just need the money to, like, fix the country. The country is just messed up. And it's like, I just know how to fix it, right? And the people up there are doing the job. Okay, speaking of which, I'm probably going to get out of here, go hang out with my girls before they go to bed. We'll be back here, not tomorrow night. What's the next day? Friday? Tomorrow's Thursday. Next day's Friday. What's Friday? Do my girls go back? No, my girls go back next week. All right. I will announce the next National Unity Conference. It'll be Friday or Saturday. All right. But, hey, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for coming. Love you guys. Bye.